The World Health Organization has now confirmed the coronavirus is a pandemic.
Over $14 million to fight heart disease.
The ads can now be seen inside public bathrooms.
It has definitely been a year like no other. Who would have thought that in our lifetime we would be living through a pandemic? I won't deny the fact that this year has been extremely difficult, but it has also taught us so many things. I am 100% sure that everyone has grown in a different type of way in 2020. We've experienced so many emotions, loss of control, hardships and uncertainties, and this has triggered a shift in me, a shift in the way I view things, and a shift in the way I feel about this world. 2020 has taught me so many things. First and foremost, I learned the importance of savings and being financially stable. I witnessed so many people who were let go of their jobs and were living day by day. Product placement is all around us, and it is always feeding our minds about things we have to have. It is important to make better decisions when it comes to finance and savings. The next thing can be relatable to so many people, and that is importance of loved ones. Never did I ever think that one day I will not be allowed to see my family and my dear friends. This part was definitely the hardest. Thankfully, technology allows us to reach our loved ones and everyone is just a phone call away. But sometimes you crave that face-to-face interaction. Sometimes you crave a hug from your dad, your mum's home-cooked meal, and to annoy your sibling, or to have a laugh with your friends. Sometimes a phone call is just not enough. I have always practiced gratitude, but now more than ever, I am so thankful for the teeny tiny little things that I didn't know I took for granted. Little things such as the air we breathe, being able to go outside my house, walking on the beach, squidging my toes in the sand, enjoying a beautiful sunset, going on walks, and especially not being worried that we won't be able to get toilet paper at some point. To learn how to appreciate what we have and trust the process. I'm a firm believer of everything happens for a reason. And it is true what they say in the movies. These type of events bring out the worst in people. I witnessed many aggressive people, but I also experienced kindness.
So we just woke up to the cutest little care package from one of our neighbours, and we've never met them before. There's also a note attached which says that they're trying to teach their children little acts of kindness in the community and to call them if we need. There's some pasta, gloves, tissues, rice, milk, and 2 rolls of toilet paper. How cute is that?
At the end of the day, I tell myself that everyone has their own struggles and everyone has different ways to deal with it. Also things that I really struggled with. I have been studying or working since as long as I can remember, and during quarantine I had all this time to myself and I realized that I had forgotten how to unwind and relax. I am a very proactive person and I don't feel accomplished at the end of the day if I haven't ticked off majority of my to-do list. It came to a point where my body desperately needed to relax and my mind was way too productive to let me do so. Also struggled with being healthy and I managed to gain weight. My sister-in-law says if it's after marriage, it's happy weight. Bless. Usually I'm a very strong-willed person, but I spiraled into really bad eating habits. I became a really big fan of comfort food and this became my sort of relaxation, which is extremely unhealthy. I am yet to overcome this struggle. I fear it may prove hard to overcome. I am someone who plans. The uncertainty of not knowing what will happen later, consistently thinking about my loved ones and not being able to see them, forever changing laws and regulations made me very anxious. Even though no one knows what's going to happen in the future, but it made me very uncomfortable that I couldn't even plan a week or two. Despite the uncertainty and the forever changing restrictions, I didn't let it bring me down. It is important to stay positive and hope for the best when things are not in your control. I had my very first overseas trip planned, which I had dreamt of my entire life, but obviously that didn't happen, and despite the disappointment, I was still adventurous. I didn't let it bring me down. I explored my own city more than ever before, when it was allowed, of course. I tried new things, and life only gets better when you get better. So I'm going to welcome 2021 with an open mind. even though there may be many negatives and we're still not out of the water yet, I'm going to jump in the deep end, even though I'm not good at swimming. But you know what they say, where one door closes, another opens. Everything happens for a reason, and it is important to learn from my experiences, whether they're good or bad. I think it's important for people to especially reflect upon this year and think about the lessons it has taught us. Quarantine was a strange type of privilege to be able to experience, and I got to know myself better and I learned new things, and I believe that I also became much more stronger. Whether you have your week planned or you have a 10-year plan, life can throw a curveball at any time. So I'm going to live in the moment, and there is no point dwelling on the past. Live for the present and pray for the best future. It's almost like a wake-up call, but will we learn from it or run from it? How will you start your 2021?